That gurgling sound isn't a flaw. It's physics doing exactly what it's paid to do. You hear a toilet gurgle and your brain screams emergency. I hear a perfectly tuned siphon priming its hydraulic attack. But why does it sound like a dying blender instead of a whisper? Because silence is a luxury. Reliability is the product. Let's talk siphon mechanics. That curved pipe isn't just a slide. It's a gravity-fed vacuum engine. Once the water hits the trigger point, atmospheric pressure slams down on the bowl and gravity drags everything into the sewer. It's fluid dynamics on a caffeine bender. But what happens when that vacuum breaks? You get airlock, and airlocks are the enemy of a clean flush. Enter the flapper valve. 1952. A rubber disc with a single job. Open wide, dump the tank, close tight, stop the leak. Modern engineers tried to replace it with silent, motorized valves. Spoiler alert, they failed. Rubber wins. Always, so why does the tank take 40 seconds to refill? Because rushing the refill breaks the siphon reset. You want speed, you get a half-flush disaster. Water displacement isn't just about volume, it's about velocity. The tank dumps 8 gallons in 3 seconds. That's a hydraulic shockwave. If you tried to make it quieter, you'd have to slow the flow. Slow flow means poor solids transport. Poor transport means clogs. Clogs mean you're calling a plumber in your socks. But wait, what about that weird whistling when the fill valve kicks in? That's not a defect. That's a pressure regulator screaming. The fill valve uses a venturi effect to balance tank pressure. When the water level rises, a tiny needle valve modulates flow. The whistle, that's air escaping through a calibrated orifice. It's literally a pressure release valve wearing a tuxedo. Remove the whistle and you remove the pressure balance. Now your tank overfills. Now your floor floods, so you want a silent flush. Fine. Silence requires dampening. Dampening requires restrictors. Restrictors kill flow rate. Kill flow rate and you're basically washing the bowl with a garden hose. The gurgling, that's air being violently displaced by water. It's the sound of the system equalizing pressure in real time. You don't want silence. You want turbulence. Turbulence cleans. And yet some of you still complain. You call it inefficient. I call it legacy code that never crashed. Think of the toilet like a well-maintained server rack. You don't upgrade a working siphon because it makes noise. You don't refactor a flapper valve because it's not smart. It's analog, it's redundant. It's built to survive your worst habits. Modern smart toilets, they're just plumbing with a touchscreen. One power outage and you're manually scooping. But let's address the elephant in the bathroom. The double flush myth. Press half the handle. The tank dumps 4 gallons. The siphon never primes. The bowl stays dirty. You press again. Now you've wasted 8 gallons and broken your confidence. The system isn't broken. Your timing is. The flapper needs full travel to create the vacuum threshold. Half travel is a skill issue. So why do manufacturers keep adding dual flush buttons? Because they think you want options. You don't. You want physics. Here's the brutal truth. The gurgling, the whistle, 40-second refill. They're not flaws. They're safety buffers. Each sound is a diagnostic readout. Gurgling means air is moving. Whistling means pressure is balancing. The refill rhythm means the float arm is tracking correctly. Silence means something is sealed too tight. And sealed too tight means a cracked porcelain bowl at 3 a.m. You want to argue? Fine. Tell me how your silent, motorized, app-connected toilet handles a solid clog at midnight. I'll wait. Meanwhile, the analog tank keeps working. No firmware updates. No subscription fees. Just gravity, atmospheric pressure, and a rubber disc that laughs at entropy. It's not inefficient. It's optimized for survival. And honestly, that's genius. Drop your take in the comments. Are you team silent luxury or team reliable gurgle? I'll be down here reading the engineering memes. If you want more chaotic deep dives into the systems we ignore every day, hit subscribe. Next week, we're tearing apart why showerheads are deliberately throttled. Spoiler, it's not water conservation, it's thermal latency. See you in the comments.